Now, one man has been always a topic of discussion when it comes to the election of the year 2027. Honorable Fred Okengo Matiangi, the former cabinet secretary of Interior, now working for the World Bank in Latin America. Matiang'i made it known to the people of the Republic of Kenya that he will be vying for the presidential seat come the year 2027. But he has been a coward not to show in the ground to reclaim his rightful place as he wanted to be the opposition leader. Now, let me tell you, something has been brewing in Matiang'i's camp and Uhuru's camp recently. As of currently, they are planning an homecoming for Matiang'i, but two factions are fighting. There is a function within Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's team and Matiang'i's team that is currently fighting each other. Now, close allies of former Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i are planning a massive homecoming event for him after months of speculation about his political ambitions. The homecoming, tentatively scheduled for May, will mark Matiang'i's return to Kenya. The event is expected to launch his 2027 presidential bid and set the stage for grueling campaigns for the country's top job. Kisii Senator Richard Onyonka, a key figure in Matiang'i's political camp, confirmed that preparations for the event are well underway. Fred Matiang'i will be with us. It is only a matter of days. His many supporters across the country are excited and are planning a grand reception for him upon his return, Onyonka said. Onyonka, who has been representing Matiang'i at social events and political strategy meetings, plays a central role in the former CS's campaign machinery. While he did not disclose logistical details of the reception, sources indicate that planning is being coordinated by a central committee in Nairobi. Matiang'i's anticipated return to Nairobi signals the shaping of a high-stakes presidential contest in the year 2027, potentially setting him up against William Ruto. The development could also impact former Chief Justice David Maraga's rumored presidential aspirations as pressure mounts for him to step aside in favor of Matiang'i. The former CS's allies have set up various committees to oversee preparations for his arrival and reception, which they claim will rival the historic homecoming of Kenneth Matiba in the early 1990s. A panel of prominent politicians, academicians, and professionals is expected to begin mobilization efforts within the next week, marking a pivotal moment that could reshape the 2027 presidential race. And I quote, "It is going to be a massive reception across the country when that moment arrives," said former South Mogirango MP Omingo Magara. Now, Magara added that the national leaders are engaged in extensive consultations regarding both the homecoming event and the official launch of Matiang'i's presidential campaign. At the moment, we're building momentum through consultations to identify a political vehicle for his bid. Several parties have already expressed interest in supporting him, he said. In addition to the National Coordinating Committee, whose details remain confidential to prevent political interference, regional caucuses have been informed in major cities including Nairobi, Kisumu, Nakuru, Nyeri, Mombasa, and Wajir. These groups, led by political figures, are actively mobilizing support ahead of the grand reception. Upon his return, Matiang'i is expected to embark on a nationwide grassroots engagement tour before formally unveiling his political party and presidential bid. Now, sources indicate that his reception will be a spectacle, beginning with a grand welcome at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, followed by a procession through Nairobi Central Business District, the CBD, and culminating in a major rally. The former ruling Jubilee party associated with retired President Uhuru Kenyatta is among the top political outfits that have offered Matiang'i a presidential ticket for the 2027 election. Additionally, parties from Kisii and Nyamira counties have formed a coalition known as the Taifa Alliance, aimed at consolidating the Abagusi community support behind Matiang'i's candidacy. Now, let me tell you, this is what is happening. I have told you, the former president of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, went ahead to offer Matiangi his party, the Jubilee Party, for Matiangi to use the party to campaign for himself ahead of the 2027 general election. I mean, for Matiangi to use the party as the party that will make him the president come the year 2027. But Matiangi refused. Matiangi went ahead to plan behind the back of former President Uhuru Kenyatta to have people rally behind him in different regions. Now, let's go back to this strategizing. There has been a massive, planning by the current Secretary General of the Jubilee Party, Jeremiah Kioni. He visited Nyamira, he has been in Kisii and different parts of Nairobi, Kajiado, trying so much to lobby the support of Fred Matiang'i. I mean, to campaign and put the Jubilee Party as an outfit that Matiang'i will use for his 2027 general election. But one thing, Matiang'i has been advised by his fellow tribesmen not to use a party that does not come from his region. You know how the Kikuyu people used the UDA party to put in their deputy president, their son, Rigathi Gachagua, as a deputy president, and also put in one President William Ruto as the president of the nation. And that is where they lost it all. That is where they lost it all. Now, they are regretting it. So, for Uhuru offering Matiang'i this outfit of Jubilee, Matiang'i has been advised, don't be as foolish as the Kikuyus were in the year 2022. Matiang'i's partner, Richard Onyonka, the Senator of Kisii, is currently registering a new party. And this party is the party that is supposed to be used for Matiang'i's election in the year 2027. So, literally, Matiang'i has rejected the offer of Uhuru Kenyatta. And you might see as if things look good between Matiang'i and Uhuru Kenyatta and Jeremiah Kioni, but mambo sio kama jinsi ambavyo mnayaona. Because Matiang'i, you know, they wanted to curtail Matiang'i. They wanted to chain Matiang'i on a dead dog or a dead donkey called Jubilee. But Matiang'i has turned it down. His reception, Matiang'i has proven, he is not only a candidate for the Kisii. He is not only a candidate for Uhuru. He wants to be a national candidate. He can't be a national candidate with Uhuru always clinging on his back. With Jubilee always, ni kama tuseme leo utaamuka useme you are vying for the presidential seat using the KANU ticket. The KANU ticket, the last time it was relevant was in the year 2002 when Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta vied with it. When Jubilee was relevant was in the year 2017 when Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta vied with it. The only party that has remained unbeaten all horns for the last 20 years to remain relevant, even though it has never won the presidency, is the ODM party led by Raila Amolo Odinga. So Matiang'i is not going to take Jubilee. He is not going to sit with Jubilee. Jubilee will be among the parties that will be in his coalition. And if they don't want, they can join the other coalitions. That is what Matiang'i has told Uhuru. When you look at it, the time that Matiang'i rejected, I remind you that when President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta met with William Ruto was seeking to have Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta convince Matiang'i to come back in the country and be offered the docket of Cabinet Secretary of Interior. But Matiang'i refused, and that became their fallout. Kwa sababu, Uhuru decided to tell William Ruto that I have other few people that can make you be loved in the mountain. He offered Mutahi Kagwe, he offered William Kabogo, he offered Like Nyanjui, Deritu Moreithi, Peter Kenneth was offered also, but Peter Kenneth refused. So Matiang'i akawachwa nje because Matiang'i had ambitions for the presidency. So that is the card that is currently playing out. Yes, Matiang'i is set to return, but his return must be well planned and well orchestrated. Hawezi rudi nchini alafu land tu on Jubilee. Jubilee has been in Nyamira, it has been in Kisii. But have you seen the Kisii leaders join Jeremiah Kioni's campaign there? Matiang'i knows if there is somebody that is currently in opposition, anaitwa Kalonzo Musyoka, there is nothing Kalonzo Musyoka can tell Matiang'i right now. I mean, Kalonzo Musyoka, even his team, is dead on arrival. You all have seen the only thing that Kalonzo does is making noises, na hata noises zake hazifikangi mbali, hata media yenyewe impeangi coverage. Yeah, anawaitanga, they take a 2-minute clip, they don't offer him the reception. But the media has always been speaking about Matiang'i several times without his presence. Now tell me how they will cling on Matiang'i when he returns. Matiang'i knows he has the best foot forward for becoming the candidate for the opposition. Only Matiang'i and George Natembeya. You have seen the reception George Natembeya has. You have seen the movement George Natembeya leads. So there is no way Matiang'i anaenda kufuatana na Uhuru na Jeremiah Kioni. What Matiang'i is going to do is going to follow people like Onyonka. He's going to follow the right people who will lead him to the door of the presidency. Because the current affiliations as opposition, they don't have any energy. They represent nothing. And Matiang'i has seen the reception William Ruto has received in the mountain. So why should he believe that this mountain that is still singing praises to William Ruto right now, that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta can deliver it to him through Jubilee? No, he isn't going to do that. It's either they follow him, not for him to follow them. That is what is going to happen. Yes. Now that's what's happening. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Kenyan Daily Report, for more news and more updates.